I'm logging into the back office. We have different tabs on the top of the screen to different areas of the back office. The first tab is basic information, where we have basic settings of the software, um, products and items, employees. I'm going to start with the main section, which is where all the item information is. And this is the area where you add new items, change prices, or delete items. On the left-hand side, we have categories. So I'm going to click on the first, on this category, cigarettes, and all the items or products populate under on this list. On this section, if you need to find a specific item, you can search by description, or you can search by barcode by simply just using a scanner and scanning the barcode. There's other forms of search. To add a new item, we just select new at the top. Make sure you add the item in the correct category. These are already pre-existing categories. If you don't have a category, you will have to create a category first. Add the description. You can scan the barcode by using a scanner or type in the barcodes in this area. Item code is product codes that are from the vendors. This makes it easy to place purchase orders from the vendors. If there is a size for the product, add the size on this section here. This makes um, searching by size easy on the system. If you don't have this, you wouldn't be able to search by size these items. Any other additional information like the brand, as much as information as possible, it's better so inventory and reporting is just easier to manage. Here's where we can save the items taxable or not taxable. We can also connect our supplier to this item. You will have to create the suppliers first um, in order to connect an item to a supplier or vendor. There's another tab at the top which with additional information. Um, Basically, here we can say if an item applies for age verification, for example, if needed, or if coupons could be used for this item. Also, we have this um, section in the middle where you can upload pictures to an item. The pictures will need to be saved locally on the back office computer or the point of sale system. I'm gonna save this item. As we're adding items, you could add a beginning inventory amount at the same time. After saving the item, now you can go to inventory control, click on beginning quantity, and enter a beginning quantity for this item. So immediately this adds to our inventory, and the item can, once it's sold, the system will deduct from its inventory. As you can see now, it shows 100, beginning inventory amount 100. From item info, you can also get a list of all product names, price, and barcodes by going to barcode print. I'm currently just on this item, so only this item is currently showing. Uh, Basically, what you do on this screen is if you have a label printer, you connect it to the system, to the point of sale, and you can also print a label with a barcode for that item. You will just have to say how many labels you want to print at the same time. They all print at the same time. And it will print on the label printer. Can be attached to the point of sale system or the back office computer. Next, I'm going to employees. We have some departments. You can add more departments as needed. Each department has different security permissions. So management department will be full access level, the highest level. To add an employee, for example, a cashier, you will just have to go to that group and new. Make sure you're in the correct employee group. Make sure the position is correct so the permissions apply. Employee first name, last name. If the employee will be using a card to slide on the point of sale system to access the software, you will need to put the numbers on the back of the card here. We do need a username for the card, even if they use a card, which will be the card number again, and a 4-digit password. This is needed if the employee loses their card. They could just then manually just enter their card number, the username, and the 4-digit password. So that's if there's no manager available that can give another card, issue them another card. They can just tell the employee to use their username and the password. We have this section for an employee to create their schedule. Under items, we have related item tasks or things we can do. For example, creating an item category. This is the supplier sections. The way I just showed you to enter an item is to do it manually. If you have just a few items to add, for example, just 5. If you have more than 20 items, it's recommended to have upload the items in Excel so you don't have to do them one by one. We provide you with the Excel format that's needed to upload those items. It's just not creating any Excel sheet. It's in its own format. These are the columns that are in the Excel sheet that we provide. that are needed to have. Not all the columns need to be filled out, but the columns have to be there in the Excel sheet. Once the Excel sheet is ready, you can import it so it's saved on your computer and you just find the location of the Excel sheet and upload it. This is the fastest way to add items if you have more than 20, like I said. The Excel sheet would allow you to also enter, or there's a column for beginning inventory, so you do everything at once, create the item, enter the barcode, and start a beginning inventory amount. You can change prices from a single section. You don't have to do it one by one. By going to pricing management, pricing by store, you can go to a specific category to change the prices. So you basically go one by one, but you have it all list, all the items here, so you can do it all from one screen. Once done, just save. You can also create promotions for items. For example, you have a 3 for 99 cents deal. That's a promotion. Promotions, you can have, you can set a certain time or dates to expire, or you can make them just last forever. You can also create discounts. Discounts can also expire, so they would not be visible on the POS software. Now we have the inventory section. There's a section for purchase orders to place purchase orders to a supplier or vendor. If all the items were already entered and there are many items that need to have a beginning inventory amount, you don't have to do it one by one from item info. You can do it all at the same time from one place. So here's where you do it all at once. You will just have to add the it's from basic information, basic control, beginning inventory. So here under the beginning quantity column, this is where you will input a beginning quantity amount. So now the item is ready to be sold on hand 30. As soon as they start selling items, then the on hand will start decreasing. To add more inventory for items, so once you're running out of that product, you then adjust the inventory. You don't change the beginning quantity. You go to inventory adjustments. You can search by a particular item, by name or description, or you can scan the barcodes to search for those items that we are adding to our on-hand inventory. So this way, just keep scanning and keep scanning. I'm doing just one item at a time right now, but if you need to do more than one, you then select new. And here you click where it says click to add and scan the barcodes. Okay, the next one, we just click select to add to our list at the bottom. Once you have all the items on the bottom of the list, Then you're ready to add the adjust um, the new um, inventory amounts. The new you just do processing quantity. So you add how many are you receiving, how many are you adding into your on hand inventory. And then just save. It will automatically add to your current on hand inventory. So to add beginning inventory, you could do it with the Excel sheet. That would be the fastest way if you're adding, like I said, more than 20 items. From that Excel sheet, you have a beginning quantity column. You just put the beginning inventory amounts there. But if you did not do this or are doing it manually, less than 10, let's say just 10 items, and you can just do them one by one here. And as you add them, you will just go to the beginning inventory tab, no, to inventory control tab and go to beginning quantity and add the beginning quantity there. Or you can add only beginning inventory amounts if you say you added all 10 items but forgot to at the beginning quantities, and you can just do that from basic information, order management. I'm sorry, basic information, basic control, beginning inventory, and add the beginning quantities here. There's two sections for sales reports. These are detailed reports, uh, for example, by employee report, sales by employees. We can search by weeks or months or any specific dates. So these are just totals. You can also see sales by receipt. Sales by receipt breaks down every single detail of a transaction. So let's say we're going to see a sales for the past week. Those are detailed sales. We have only one system connected, so it just shows sales for that one system. So here is basically a summary for each single transaction with a receipt number. When you click on that receipt, it actually shows you the actual receipt that was printed with details. And you could print it out. If you're on the point of sale system, it will print out from the receipt printer. If not, you could print to a regular size uh, printer, so it would actually print in a full page. Or you can save it on your computer. Now we have daily sales report with a summary of sales and more details about sales for a certain period. Um, we have by week sales or monthly sales. So I'm gonna go to monthly sales, January. So cashiering amount or beginning quantity, any deposits, withdrawals, total tax, net sales, gross profit, average markup, average margins, refund amounts, whatever was accepted in cash, credit cards, debit, and other forms of payments. These reports can be exported to Excel by just doing a right click and exporting to Excel or printing on a regular printer. There's more cells here. These are cells related to items only, total sales by category or by items. So this section here shows you the hours worked for an employee. So this is where you see the employee's hours. You could also export this to Excel or print it. Some settings, change sections for changing tax, for example. These are all POS related settings that won't be used by the owners. Most all these options here are just used by us. We have this section here for payroll. So before you use the payroll reporter section, you will need to have pay rates already set for an employee in this section here. So once you have that and the employee has logged in and out, you will actually see something here. This payroll report shows you the hours for all employees that have worked, and it will give you a dollar amount. This also can be exported to Excel. Any not necessary columns could be removed if they're not needed to save or print.